The only thing the leaders of this world have to do is to change the symbol of something a little bit, or they use another terminology and worldlings think a change has occurred. Even though it's the same exact thing happening in reality, but under a different label. You can have an area where people are upset with the high taxation. And because they know that the taxes are going overseas to some German prince that governs as the king of Great Britain, they may say, no, 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 why do we do this? We're not even born in Britain. Yes, we're British, but we're not born there. What's going on? Then the British Parliament comes with a constitution. And now the area is called Commonwealth of Australia. And the people rejoice. We're independent. We are Australians now. We have our own flag, but just a British flag with some stars in it. Usually a navy flag that has been transformed into a national flag, but okay, that's fine. We have our own parliament, the Australian Parliament. Oh wait, all the corporations that are active around here are still British, and we are British people from British ethnicity, but okay, that doesn't matter. Oh, the King of Britain is also the King of Australia. That doesn't matter. We are independent. Then decades go by, and in the 1980s, the later generations of Australians find out that, hold on a minute, why is the British Parliament entitled to an oversight of the Australian Parliament? I thought we were independent. And then, to cover it up, the British Parliament come with an agreement that the British Parliament concedes their entitlements to the Australian Parliament. But here's the thing. If Australia was independent on the 1st of January 1901, how come the British Parliament was still entitled to an oversight of the Australian Parliament till 1986? So for 85 years, you could say that's 4 generations. If you say a generation is 20 years, so you can say that's 4 generations. You can say 4 generations of Australians were really milked, or you could say drained, as a plantation, as a financial plantation by British interests. But people don't talk about that. Now, what really happened? When the British people on the continent of Australia began to riot and revolt because they wanted more participation in the imperial economy, what did the British Parliament do? Give them a symbol. The symbol was a constitution. It was a text. And with the text, they adjusted the symbol a little bit, so now they had a type of different flag. And now, instead of colonies, they were called Commonwealth. And the Commonwealth had states. That is what happened. And people think it's a completely different situation. Now, I'm using the history of Australia to point out the following. Commoners worldwide, it's not just, I'm not talking about Australians to look down on them. It's really not. This is something that happens with worldlings in general. You only have to change a little bit of the symbology or adjust some of the words, and they think something completely different without checking what is actually happening. So that is how the majority of our species are deceived generation of generation. They don't look at the bigger picture. They don't look at the context. They don't even care about the context. They don't even care about what actually is happening. What they care about is that they are relieved. They have to feel in control and to have to be able to dump on victims. Give them the entitlement to dump on certain victims. Because when you give them that, then they feel like they are in control, and that's all that matters. Let them be able to dump, unload themselves, so they can feel in control, and they don't care about anything. They don't care about anything else. This short-sightedness is the dumb attitude of fallen mankind. And this is the dumb attitude we all need to be delivered from. And similar things that happen to the people of Australia happen all over the world. This is a world of deception we live in. Never forget that. So always look at the bigger picture. And when the enemy comes to deceive you or to trap you, he will often change the words a little bit, because that has a psychological impact on you. Or he will change the symbology a little bit. For example, if someone wants to get your money and they pretend to be a homeless individual, they can say, put a sign that say, I'm poor and blind, help me. They can put that sign, but that sign will scare you off, because that sign will put your focus on the bad condition of the man. And because you're so focused on the bad condition of the man, you may feel sorry, but you also feel intimidated and a bit guilty. So you tend to walk away. But if someone changes the sign and it now reads, it's a beautiful day, but unfortunately I can't enjoy it. What happens now? You see a man there, a beggar. And based on text, you conclude, whoa, this individual is blind. And indeed, it is a beautiful sunny day, and this individual can't enjoy it. And you think, what? Now the text affected you, but in a different way. So now you think, you know what? Even though I can't make this man see, there's not in my ability, but what I can do is at least make sure he has some relief. Oh, let me give him like $10, whatever. What happened now? The same thing happened. I'm saying the thing they wanted from you, that you can donate cash, it happened, but it just changed the word a little bit and your behavior changed. It works. Just check advertisement. Check when politicians are selling something to you. They will change the words a little bit to psychologically affect you, and you think there's something completely different happening, while it's not. Now, the best way to avoid those traps is just be focused on Christ, see the bigger picture, and never lose your focus. Remain focused on Christ. Keep walking by faith. Consider long-term solutions, and you'll be blessed. Be at peace.